Miss V. How are you?
Welcome. Yeah, welcome, artist Nataeo,
Thank you.
to FSR Lady V Show, FSR Global Peace Ambassador, and FSR Global Annual Peace Fest and Talent Award Platform, New York Got Talent. Wishing you a happy week and blessing weeks ahead. So welcome.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to see you. And so I will just chat with you regarding your artwork. And I'm seeing a beautiful artwork behind you there, which is
Yeah.
lovely.
This one
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
yes,
beautiful.
that one is called Signatures.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice picture behind you. I like the background you have.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
This this one
very
was
good.
dedicated to all African American women, and it has over 360 words and some signatures in there as well that I
Wonderful,
traced over there.
wonderful.
Thank
So
you.
when did you start your creative or all this creative work?
So actually, I used to draw when I was about 4 years old.
Wow.
And then I would say around 15, 16, I kind of slowed down. I stopped and I got more into poetry. So I did some writing, but I ended up getting away from drawing. And as far as painting goes, I didn't pick up a paintbrush until 2017.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank
So
you.
can you walk us through your creative progress? And how do you approach a new project or idea?
Okay. So for my creative process, it used to be kind of a high stress thing for me because I'd have a lot of creative blocks. Sometimes I'd run into some situations where I couldn't think of something to create. So what I started to do was I started to look at different artists, visit museums, spend time in nature, look back at some of my past work and see if I can get some sort of inspiration from that. As far as starting new pieces, I kind of just let the universe guide me. I kind of just, see what I'm feeling, see what's going on in the world, and see what speaks to me in the moment. Yeah.
Wonderful. That's very unique.
Thank you.
And I appreciate that. Your talent and your creativities
Thank you.
speak a lot. And even the way talk, demonstrate it behind you, show a lot of creativity and very impressive. I'm very
Thank you.
impressed with them. Right,
Thank you so much.
right.
Thank you. It's
So,
funny. I have a piece here actually from when I first picked up a paintbrush and started painting. So you could see how far I've come in mostly this was 3 years ago, 2021. So you can see this
wow.
was how it started. And then as time went on, I started to venture off and do different ideas, different pieces.
Wonderful,
Yeah,
wonderful.
this was last September, so a year ago.
Wow, that shows
Yeah,
you very busy.
yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, very interesting.
Thank you.
Now, how has your style or approach evolved over the time? What significant change has you noted in your work?
One of the things I've noticed is that once I kind of let go, I think I kind of used to overthink a little bit. I try to make artwork that I felt people wanted to see. But as time went on, I started making artwork for myself. What spoke to me, what spoke to, what was going on in the world. I wanted to make something that looked nice, something that made me feel good. And so what I've noticed is over time, I've paid more attention to detail. This is actually, this one is called Penny Chief. This one you can see, this one came shortly after the first one that I showed you. I don't know if you could see
Yeah,
that there.
very good.
Thank you.
I
And I
like
also
that. You
I
know?
tried to incorporate peacock feathers in there as well.
Oh, wow. And it looked like native, indigenous Native Americans.
That's exactly what it is.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's very unique.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so what challenge, I would say, what challenge do you face as an artist? And how do you overcome them, all these challenges?
So one of the challenges actually, ironically, happens to be one of the reasons why I started. I have a neck injury. So what got me into painting was I was spending a lot more home while I've been healing. And so it would start where I would just do something in a sketch pad. And then what I did is I would have an idea, draw it in a sketch pad or in a notebook, and then I would transfer it over to the canvas as you see. Like this one, originally was in my notebook before I actually placed it on the canvas. And so one of the things I would say is the biggest obstacle is the pain to sit there. Prior to my neck injury, I'd be able to sit in front of a canvas probably for 3, 4 hours. And now I find myself breaking up the time. A painting that might have taken me maybe a week or two now might take me 2.5 to 3 months to finish. So
I
it's kind
understand.
of a beauty for me. It's a beauty behind it to know what I worked through while I was doing it.
That's very unique because when you take pain, joy out of pain,
Yes,
and endurance, persistence, uh, is great. Because some people might say, "Oh, this happened to me," and just give up.
yeah,
But rather than give up, you persistence, perseverance, and
absolutely,
actually create something out of pain that
exactly,
involve in joy and learning process. And what they all you actually learn is that it doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you reach the end of the journey.
that's true.
And it actually brings so many good results. And yeah, it's a learning process. And I'm sure many people see that. They
Yeah,
appreciate.
it's been, and I have a really good support system. So them even seeing where it started and knowing that I've always been into the arts, acting, singing, poetry, writing, drawing, and to see that I'm actually seeing it through during the process, it's like it's bittersweet. And there's a quote that I remember. It's pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional.
Hmm.
And that's something that I kind of held with me. Like pain is inevitable. You know, through life you're gonna experience pain and things and upsets, but suffering through it is your option. You can find your way to grow through pain.
Yeah. And how you choose to cope with it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what is your lesson, or what do you think your art or the motivation behind it that can actually teach others, especially the young ones? What do you think you can advise, suggestion, or motivation you can give for people, especially the young one, about life, and that life is not every day smooth, there will
Right.
be pain, or unexpected can happen, especially like you say, you have neck injury or something. So something can happen in life, and how can you cope and move on? What will you advise or suggest to people, especially the young people who are artists
That's a
or
very good
looking to
question.
become artists?
That's a very good question. I would have to say knowing that you only have in actuality, you only have the moment you're in. And so if you can make the best of the moment and do the most of what you want to do, always making sure that you try to live life to the fullest, but also making sure that you never let your inner child suffer. You always make sure that you keep the inner child alive, because I really believe that creativity is it's play. Like, to me, it's playtime. When I pull out a canvas or I pull out a pencil or my paint, it's almost like playtime, how you let kids play and they have fun. So it's like, if you find that thing or you have that thing that you really enjoy, you would be doing yourself a disservice by not at least exercising it every now and again. And then you never know when a hobby can actually turn into a career.
Mm.
So I think
Wonderful.
I think the thing would be perseverance and being okay with closed doors, because with every closed door, there's five more that open for you.
Mm.
You know?
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I quite appreciate that, and your effort, your courage, and your motivation, and move on. And you told, and in your statement, you say you have, I mean, you are gifted, you have so many talents, poetry, song. Is there anything you want to share with us, either song, poetry that comes to your mind?
Actually, I have a poem. I have two or three poems actually. There's one in particular that what I do is, in my practice, poetry and words have always been like my first love before everything. Then comes music and of course art. Not in that particular order, but and what I do is I incorporate with certain paintings, I'll have a poem attached to them. So for about 4 or 5 months, I was up in the Lakeview Library in Lakeview, Long Island. I was up there for 4 months as a featured artist, and I had some of my artwork up with some poetry below it. So if you'd like, I can read a poem to you for one of my pieces.
Sure. I
Okay.
love to hear that.
It'll be this piece here.
Okay.
This one is actually sold. I have to actually, I'm waiting for the person already sent me the funds for it, but they wanted to see me in person to see the piece. They wanted me to hand deliver it to them in person.
Very good.
Yes. So this one, the poem that is attached to it is Ashe. So it's entitled Ashe. So this is how it begins. Ashe, Ashe, I say. Today, today's the day I no longer lay. Tired of dancing to the rhythm that they taught me to dance the rain away. Rhymes beyond the golden rays. Heat in my spine. Cheche Cole. Music of the desert with words sung silently by the bay. Ashe, Ashe, I dare not say. Rays of rhythm can change the skies from gray. Crowned by the source, some call me Padre. Build with a voice to brilliantly convey. Given the choice to choose the right way. Never give your gifts away. I'm not here for long, I dare not stay. Morning glory, my sky's no longer gray. Come to praise, ole ole. Be different from the pack. Don't worry what they say, because you've got the sun in your blood. Ashe, ashe. Thank
Beautiful.
you so much. So if you notice with this one, I started in tight, like putting different fabrics and doing different things to it. So as you move away from it, you can see that this is a silhouette of what's seeming to be like Queen Nefertiti. Doesn't necessarily have to be hers, but then there's also a vinyl. I made it look at almost like as if there's a vinyl behind her face, and that would indicate the sky.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I really admire your work. That's a unique work. And
Thank you.
when you,
Thank you.
wow. And for having that kind of experience on top of your humanitarian work as a registered nurse, amazing. And to share that talent for creativities. And you bring humanity out of your work.
Thank you.
That's unique. And you turn the pain to joy. Because if people look at that, all your creative work, your artwork, it brings joy to the people. To me, it brings joy to me. I admire you. And I thank you for your service as a caregiver, helping
Thank you.
people to be a registered nurse and working and caring for people. I really appreciate that. And
Thank
thank
you.
you for your work. So it's time to move on because that was especially during the COVID, that it's a hard time for anyone. And
Absolutely.
with your pain and your uh, back accident or what happened in your life, instead of sitting down doing nothing, you turn into painting. So you actually uh, use creativities to improve your life and
Absolutely.
relieve the pain, because once you're busy, you take your mind out of the pain. And that's very unique and a great talent to do that. So I commend you for your persistence and turning pain to joy and a great work. So great job.
Thank you.
I really commend you. So
Thank you.
what artists, movements, or experience that have influenced your work the most?
I would say the neo expression era. I'm very big into neo expression. One of the artists within neo expression was Jean-Michel Basquiat. He's from, he's originally a New York artist like myself as well. Big influence on a lot of what I do. Pablo Picasso, and also it's a hard tie, but I'm gonna say definitely Vincent Van Gogh is probably like my third one. So they had a big influence on a lot of what I do.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
And you are a great artist, and I'm sure with all your beautiful work, your inspiration, and your energy and your talent, you will definitely inspire others, just like all these people inspire you. So,
thank you.
how can people reach you or continue to enjoy your artwork?
So actually, I just started an Instagram back in 2017 when I started painting. It's Nataeo underscore. So the spelling of that is N as in Nancy, Ataeo underscore.
Wonderful. I'm sure many people will like to see more about your artists and your artwork. Many people will like to see more about your artwork and the work you are doing to inspire other people, especially young generation, the young people, to inspire them that, you know, it's one thing to have a career or build on, go to school, get education, do all this. And something may happen in your life, but instead of taking negative approach, you can actually start another talent area and
Yes,
be creative. Use your talent to inspire yourself, your family, and other people. And that's what you do with the art, even though your career in in healthcare and taking care of people, you turn into art and music, poetry, because you told me you can sing, you can do poetry and write and author and all that stuff. And that's very interesting. And
thank you.
you are blessed with so many talents. So I really inspire you with that.
Thank
So
you.
can you walk us through your creative? Appreciate you and I appreciate your work. And I hope we can continue to inspire and our work, art, creativities, or talent can continue to inspire peace around the world. And when we talk about peace, it starts with us. Love, peace, unity, and bring strength, individual, from us, our family, our neighbor, our community, our world. We are all together. And now we say, oh, from Africa to Cuba to South Africa, I mean, to Central or, yeah, South America or Central America, and to America itself. It's a melting pot, and the whole world now, we are all together,
That's right.
you know. So, but I just appreciate you don't forget we are you come from, your culture, and sharing that culture with other people. That's very unique, and I commend you for your courage, your strength, and perseverance. And
Thank you.
that's very unique, and it's great. And I hope you keep on the good work, and
Thank
hopefully
you.
we can continue to do the work that inspire both of us and all of us, that we all can benefit. But we are doing great, and I like all the background, the pictures and stuff.
Thank
And
you.
no doubt you already succeed. And I wish you more God grace and blessings, you know.
Bless you too. Thank you.
Let's keep faith, hope, and good action alive. And
I'm straight
that's
to
all we can do.
that.
Yeah, we do our best, and then we leave the rest for God.
That's right.
But we have to do our best, and then we leave the rest for the Lord. But definitely we will succeed. So keep on doing the good work, and keep on the hope and perseverance and persistent, and joy, success over the pain. You have turned your pain to a beautiful artwork, and I appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Yeah, God bless.
God bless you too.